Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new expedition on Blackstone Fortress, and we are going to go to see if we can catch or we can take the fourth stronghold, is the Sen, and then from there we can go to the hidden vault. So I have prepared everything. I have the 6 exploration cards that you have to take before going to the stronghold, and here we have the 4 heroes that you have seen in the previous expedition. So you remember Thaddeus was dead, was killed and was substituted by the Crute. I still have Derlus, Said and Janus, okay, so the 2 rock traders. So I'm going to take the first one, and the first one is Hidden Treasure. So I will read and I will come back. So I'm going to make the rolls for the treasure, so each one have to roll the initiative dice, and the one with the highest score will have a treasure. So the first one is Derlus, have 6, 6 and 5. Next one is the Crute, is lower. Okay. Now we have Janus. Yeah, it's even 12, much lower. And finally we have Sage. This it will be lower, even with a 6 it's going to be lower because Janus have a 17. So let me... Okay. So Derlus have a new discovery card, and he found an Archotech. And we go for the next exploration. So the next exploration is going to be a combat. Okay, so we'll prepare the combat here, and I'm back. So I have prepared the combat. Here you have all the enemies. So they will have, the group 1 is the Spindle Bones that are there. Group 2 is the Traitors, and group 3 is the Nigable Cultists. So here we have, I already did the special move of the Crute. I put a bobby trap, try to kill one of the Nigables, and we go to the first initiative. So I have done the initiative. The first will move the Nigables, second the Traitors, then Janus, the Spindled Ones, and finally the heroes. So it's going to be tough because all the enemies move before the heroes. Even I try to take the initiative with the Janus, and I just have normal success, so I just managed to be faster than the Spindled Ones. So I will start with the Nigables, and I'm back to see what is going on. So the Nigables, together with attacks of the Traitors, have killed the Crute, and now it's turn for the heroes to act. Okay, Janus have killed the 2 Nigables and moved out of the Gellar field, and now the Mangles field, sorry, and the Spindled Ones just hold and increase the alert, so they are on alert 1. So now it's time for Derlus and Said, and then we go to a new turn. So between Derlus and Said, they have killed 3 of the Traitors, and now we are ready to start the second round. So we have the initiative with Janus, second will go Said, and then will go all the enemies and Derlus at the end. So let's see how it goes, but now it's looking much better, and we go for the round 2. Said have advanced, have killed the 3 remaining Traitors, and now he is advancing, and it's time now for Janus to do his move. So the heroes just advanced a little bit. The Spindled Ones went and move against Janus because he was the closest one. He has the amulet against the drones, so he's quite defended against drones, and they fail in shooting. So now we go to the round 3. And yeah, and I hope we can clear up this round and have soon the Crute back. So we are at the end of the turn 3. I have recovered some wounds from the Crute, thanks to different objects and so on. So he's just with 1 normal wound, and I have activated the Mangles field. So we go now to the turn 4, and if there is no reinforcements, the game will go to the next round, to the next exploration. So the heroes have reached the Mangles field, and now we are ready for another exploration card. So let's take, and we have another combat. This is going to be quite a big combat. So I will place the battlefield, and I'm back. So we have the combat ready here. Group 1 Urguls, Group 2 Traitors, and Group 3 more Traitors. And there we have the heroes. I will put them more like that, okay? And I think this time I will not do this extra move of the Crude because it's exposing him too much in this battlefield. So we are going to start with initiative, and I'm back for the first round. So this is the situation at the end of the round 1. What happened is Janus moved, tried to kill, so at first the traitors all move, and in the attacks they almost did nothing. Okay, so they just move on ahead and try to shoot the heroes, the explorers. Then it was the turn of Janus. Janus moved and killed the leader of one of the groups of traitors, and then he was attacked by all the Urguls. So Janus have no 3 normal wounds and 1 grievous wound. So he's in a very bad position, Janus, at this moment. Then was the time of the heroes, and the heroes just decimate the unit of 7 traitors. And finally was the turn for the last traitor, and nothing happens. So now we go to the round 2, and let's see how that goes. But yeah, this is a tough situation because all the traitors can start attacking from the first turn. So we are here at the middle of the round 3. And what happened so far is that Said have received 2 grievous wounds and 1 normal wound, so she only have 1 dice. And between the shooting of first was Delus, and he killed 1 Urgul, and then was the time for Janus, and he managed to he did nothing. Okay. And then we had the traitors, and the traitors shoot almost everything on Said, putting her 2 grievous wounds and 1 normal wound, and they also put 1 grievous wound on Delus. So my team is quite wounded except the Crute at this moment. And then the Crute did his shooting with the sniper rifle and killed 3 Urguls, so he was really lucky. I activate the one that gives +1 to hit against the Urguls that can be done by Janus. So now we go. We are finishing the round. It will be time for to see if we have reinforcements, and at the end Said will do his last action. Okay, the situation is quite bad. Said was killed at the end. Okay, well, she's out of action. I don't know if it's killed or not. The Crute managed to kill 3 guardsmen, and Delus managed to kill 2 of them. So this is why at least I managed to clear out a lot of the traitors. But now we go to another round. Janus is still with 4 wounds. Delus have 2 wounds, and the only one that is unwounded is the Crute. And I roll for reinforcements, and Urguls are coming for the next round. So we go to a new round, and let's see if they can survive. I'm thinking to stop the exploration and go back to the precipice. Okay, Janus was killed this round, and yeah, I managed to kill 2 Urguls and 1 traitor. So we go to a new round, and as I said, I'm not sure what I will do after this battle. Have been quite a butchery against the heroes. So yeah, I will do a new round, and I come back to show you what's going on. So this is the situation at the end of the round. Yeah, this guy just wanted to fall back, but I cannot fall back and cannot shoot. He stayed there stationary. And then the guy with the last gun was killed, but then he's back at the end of the turn with the rolling on the table. We go to a new round. It's quite a tough situation, but I think I will manage to win this combat, and then I will need to decide what to do next. Okay, this round I managed to kill the 2 remaining foes, and the Crute just rush to the exit door. So we are going to go for a new round, but this time I guess it's just to regroup. Unless there is reinforcements, I will manage to finish the round. So the 2 surviving heroes managed to save, and then I did all the vitality checks. None of the out of action heroes died, and but Janus did not manage to heal a single wound, and Said managed to heal 2 wounds. So I have Delus and the Crute completely healthy, okay, without wounds. Janus with 3 wounds and 1 grievous wound, and then Said with 2 grievous wounds that I will not be able to heal. So I will take another exploration card, and I have another combat. So I will do the combat. I will play the combat and I will keep going. See if these heroes can manage to keep surviving. Okay, so this is the situation of the next combat. Group 1, 2 spindle ones, so this is going to be a little bit easy. Group 2, 2 space marines, chaos space marines, and then we have a group of 6 guardsmen, and group 4 is nothing, it's just an event where I should reroll for reinforcements, if there is not reinforcements. So we are going to put the initiative, no? Okay, I will just shuffle the cards and put here. I will not put the number 4 because there is nothing on number 4, so we start with the recruit. Okay, number 3, then the heroes 1 and 2. So I will start the round and I'm back. So this is the end of the round 1. I was moving before the marines, so I decided to ignore them at the beginning and I went for the traitors. So between the Crute and Delus, they kill 2 of the traitors and just I move Sai next to them. Janus cannot move, he has not dices, and yeah, and I wanted to use the inspiration die for another thing. So now I have roll end of the turn. I will not have again what's called the pool dices, so I will only have the hero dices, and we go for round 2. So we are at the end of the second round. I kill more of the traitors that were there with the shooting of Delus, and then the Crute kill one of the Devons. But here I wanted to wound the marines using Said, and then the marines just kill Said back. I roll a rapid fire and aim shooting, so they have not advanced because I was expecting to wound them and try to kill one of the marines with the trap, the bobby trap that put there. But nothing happened. So now we go to the third round, and again the situation with so many wounds, it's quite difficult. So we are now at the end of the round 3. I managed to kill the 2 space marines. One was killed by Delus with the shooting, and then I move away and he moved into the bobby trap later on. And then I use Destiny Dices on Janus, and he managed to heal his wounds. So now he has 3 wounds, 1 previous wound, and that's all. At the end of the battle, a new traitor appears, so he was not dead yet. And now we go for a new round. But yeah, it seems that unless there is reinforcements, I have to reroll the reinforcements all the time due to the one of these, how it's called, this effect. Yeah, there's some endless, one of these effects that you activated, and now the shooting range is only 3. Okay, so yeah, let's go for a new round. Okay, end of the round 3. I just, as I said, Han Janus now is healed, so I went to pick up the treasures, and at the end of the round I managed to win another inspiration die that I put it on the Crute, so the Crute is now inspired. So now I have 3 heroes, 3 of them inspired, and Said out of action. So we are going to go for new rounds, and just it's to investigate point number 3 and leave what I want to do now. So we are at the end of another round. Some reinforcements arrive. They make 2 wounds on the Crute, 1 grievous. So yeah, this was not good. And we go to a new round, but I guess now it's time to escape from here. Okay, so I managed at the end to kill the remaining enemies, and I opened the field, and I just managed to complete this exploration. So now I'm going to take another exploration to see what is, and we have a new combat. So yeah, this is a combat after combat, and it's going to be quite tough. I'm thinking if I will skip this one. Okay, I will place the combat and let's see how that goes. So here we have, I have set up the combat, and we are going to go for a new combat. So let's see how that goes and how I manage to pass this new challenge. I keep my way to the descent stronghold. I hope I will be able to break it down. If not, I have enough clues, I think, to try to try it again next time. So the first group to move was this one, okay, and one arrived here. Then I moved the crew and killed the guy that was there and put a bomb there, a bobby trap, so to kill the first one that jumps into the bobby trap. I had put another bobby trap here that was killed another guy that is there, and now the flamer just put a wound on the crew. So I keep moving these guys, but yeah, I have another grievous wound on another guy, so my soldiers are and my explorers are more and more wounded. Okay, the rest of the round, what happened is when I activate here, I try to heal one of the wounds I missed, and Delus just killed one of the guys, no, two of the guys, and then the rest of these guys as advanced, they have not roll anything like charging, and the ones just sneak and advance and hold there, so they have not too much activity. Then I move Janus into the corridor and I kill all the remaining traitors. So the group of 2 have been completely killed, and now we go for a new round to see what goes on. Okay, I'm in the middle of the round 2. So he had the first movement, so what I did is I put a second bobby trap here and I use the destiny dices and his dices to move him back, at this position out of line of sight. Okay, then was turn for Said, and I missed. I didn't manage to heal the wound that I still have. And the next ones were the Beastman and the Space Marine. So the 2 Beastman explodes the 2 bobby traps, dying. And then the Space Marine advanced, did a charge, so he just arrived next to Janus. Now it's turn for the Janus, so Janus will attack. I will use his special attack to attack the Space Marine, so first I use this one that gives a triple attack on the Space Marine, so I will roll the first attack. It's a wound. I roll the second attack, and it's a critical wound, so he has killed this guy. And what I will do is I think I will move him with the rest of his dice. I will move 1, 2 and 1 here out of the line of sight. So I will now keep with the group 4, 2 and 1. I 4, 2 and Delus, and then I'm back for the next round. Okay, what happened is the traitors from here advance, they did not reach anyone. And then Delus moved out of the Manlef field, and I killed the 2 first traitors, and I put 2 wounds on the Space Marine. So yeah, let's see what goes. And now I just need to move the spindled ones, and I will finalize this round. Okay, the first spindled one moved into the corridor, shooting to the Delus, and he hit the Delus, but Delus passed the armor save, so he is good. And the other one just went into alert, increasing the alert to level 2, so the ones are now at level 2, what is quite started to be quite dangerous. So we start the round 3. So first the group 3, I rolled for reinforcements, they were not reinforcements, and then the spindled ones, the one that is in the corridor, start shooting Delus, and Delus managed to save the wounds he received again. So Delus is having quite some luck here. And now will be turn for the heroes. So finally Said is active, and I think it's time for her to do some of the work. So we go now to the heroes, the 2 rock traders, and then the group 4 will do his action. So Said just moved out of the Mangles field, and she killed the Space Marine, the traitor, and as well the one of the spindled ones. I use all the destiny dice on 2 destiny dice on her, plus the 2 dice she had. Okay, so now it's time for the group 4 to see if there is reinforcements. Okay, so there is no reinforcements, so it's time for the crew to do his work, and I will come back. Now it seems that this combat has been much easier than previous ones. So end of this round, I just advanced with the rest of the heroes. So the crew is here, and then Delus just went to pick up the object that was in position 2, and we will go to a new round. So they have arrived some reinforcements from the portal that is still active. The Mangler field is already activated by the successes that are happening. And now it will be time for the heroes. So I have moved all the hostiles, so this is why I have so many reinforcements. And now it's time for the heroes to move. Okay, so what happened is Janus just advanced and he killed 3 traitors. Then I moved Derlus into position to help Janus, but I failed all the shooting. And then Said killed another of the traitors. So it's time for a new round. And let's see, so I think the crew will keep going for the number 3. And I will try to open my way to the Mangler field. Okay, so the crew just move here and take another Architect. Then the ones shoot on Janus, doing nothing. I went with Janus. Janus did nothing neither. He was very bad, so he just put one wound so there. And then just Derlus arrived, and he had killed the Devon and the traitor that was surviving. So now it's just time for Said and see if there is some reinforcements. So this is how we end up the round, and now we go for a new round. And there is not a special effects now, and yeah, let's see how was the initiative. But no, I think we should not have problems to kill the last one and leave this quest. So in this round, Derlus just took the Architect that was here and moved into the Mangler's field, and then 2 beastmen arrived here in this point. So they put 1 wound on Said, managed to save 1 of the wounds, and then I moved him here and I tried to kill the 2 beastmen, but I only managed to kill 1 and put 2 wounds on the next one. So now we go to a new round. Everything is ready, and of course the crew just move there in the corridor, ready to try to move into the Mangler's field. So I try to move as fast as I can and then see what is the next exploration. Okay, so I killed the last beastman and all my explorers went to the Mangler's field, so finishing this one. So I'm going to roll a vitality for Said because she has a normal wound. So she failed as usual on her this battle. And now I have another combat that is an ambush, and to be fair, I will use one of the abilities of my ships to go directly to the final combat. So I roll another vitality because this is done. No. And we go to the final combat that is going to be quite tough with the situation I am. So I'm going to set up everything for the final combat, and I will. So here we are at the stronghold of the Sand. So we have the heroes here in the middle. I have put them like that. Janus with 1 wound, grievous wound. The crew with 2 grievous wounds. The only one that is completely healthy is Derlus, and she has 2 grievous wounds and 1 normal wound. So now we are going to start rolling the initiative and so on. We are going to roll the destiny dices, and we are going to start the first round. So I will come back once we know the order of the initiative. So the beastmen were first in the initiative. 1 rush and failed to attack. The other one advanced, shooting, also failed. Well, hit and I passed the save, and the other one charged where they were too far to hit. So now we'll go Derlus, Said and Janus, and then the group 1. Okay, so I moved the heroes. So I decided with Derlus to try to start engaging the rock psychers, and I killed 1 of the psychers with Derlus. Then went Janus, and I used the plasma bomb, and I killed 2 of the beastmen, and then I killed another one with the shooting, and before Said killed also 1 of the beastmen with a grievous wound. So I managed to kill the 4 beastmen and 1 rock, and now it's time for the Niga balls to do their movement. So here we are at the end of the round. So the Niga balls just advanced, but they were too far to attack this turn. I did not roll any rush, so all were charges too far. And the Psyker did a disrupt, removing one of the dices from the Crud. So we have finalized the round 1, and it's quite good for me. So we go now to round 2, and I hope I can go faster than the Niga balls. So at the end I was not very lucky with the initiative, and the Niga balls will go first. So first we'll have the attacks of the Niga balls, and then we'll go almost all the heroes, and the Rock Psyker will be the last one. So I have resolved all the attacks from the Niga balls, and they only managed to do 1 wound on Janus. Remember that you don't have defense against the Niga balls, you cannot roll defense dice. So they did 4 attacks on Janus, making 1 wound, and 2 attacks on the Crud, making 1 wound to him. And now it's time for the heroes. Okay, the Crud went first and did nothing, and then Janus was very inspired, killing the 3 Niga balls. So no, and then I did a shooting. So now we'll go Said, and we'll see if there is reinforcement from the Beastman and Delus, and the last one will be the Rock Psyker. Okay, I have discovered the first one. There was nothing behind, and now we are going to check the 2 portals and hope there are not coming reinforcement this time. So we go for a new initiative and a new round. Okay, at the end, the stairs to go downstairs were in the last check I did. I already moved Delus and Said, and now let's see, unless there is reinforcements, the team will start grouping around the stairs to go down. I will try to go down with the whole team at once. So the end of another round, and there were no reinforcements from the enemies. Remember, the up to 10, so the 50% to have reinforcements is when you go to the bottom floor. So I'm moving the heroes now to the stairs in the next round, and I think I will go down in another one. So I will still wait to have the team full recovered. So I still have 1 wound that I can heal on Janus, and now I have the whole team inspired. At the end, I decide to take a risk, and I just decide to run with the Said and the Crud, because they are the fastest one, and I can get very close to the controls. So I will try to get the controls, and now next turn I will try to move down Janus and Delus. Let's see whether reinforcements are coming and how many reinforcements. I try to block this. I will try to block this one to avoid that the reinforcements are coming. I will put them like that, most likely. So to avoid that the reinforcements can come from this axis, so they have to come from here or from the other side. So I can slow down in case they come. So we go to a new turn. I just wanted to take this risk, and let's see what's going on. Okay, it seems that I can pay very badly the risk. The stairs get blocked just this turn, so I cannot go down, no. So Said and Crud are alone in the ground floor, and I hope the stairs open for the next round. But it's going to be quite tough, because if there are a lot of reinforcements coming, they will be alone against all the enemies. So at the end I was a little bit lucky. No reinforcements arrived. I did not roll anything for reinforcements, and we go to a new round. Okay, now the stairs are open, and the 2 heroes on the top can go at the ground floor. So I only have 1 6 on the pool, and Delus has the 6s, but he's too far to activate the control. So I will try to move Said to the control and try to activate the control at least once. So let's just start. So what I will do with the Said is I will move her here, 1, 2, using his, because she is the first one. Then I will use the 6 from the pool. I will activate once the control. So, and now I will go back 1, 2. So just to remember, I will put a dice here to remember that I have activated once. And now we go to see if there is reinforcements. I will keep working on that, and let's see how we can, how this is evolving. Okay, finally the first reinforcements arrive, but I also use a lot of the Destiny dices to be able to move Delus very fast here, because he had 6s, and I managed to have 2 activations on the controls. So now Janus is in front of all these cultists, And yeah, I guess you have to do it like that because the Space Marine cannot arrive in the same X as the traitors, as he can go only with one traitor because the base size is bigger. So yeah, let's see how it goes now. Okay, all the shooting put one wound on Janus. Everybody is shot to Janus, but as I'm in cover, because there is cover on the ground floor, okay, I did manage to just have one wound. So we go now for a new round, and let's see how it goes, if I can do the third activation and start leaving this stronghold. So thanks to the event at the end of the turn, I managed to put the third counter here, and Delus just ran away together with Janus because they had the initiative. Now we'll go group 2, 1 and 3. Okay, and then I will give the heroes will have the last turn. So if they still have a route to escape, they will try to escape. If not, yeah, they will be down there. But I think I need to have heroes on the Manglev, as you see there. So I need heroes on the Manglev field, so Manglev room, so they can leave this stronghold. Okay, more reinforcements arrived. They have killed the crew before the reinforcements arrived, and arrived the reinforcements, and they put one wound on Said. So Said is there alone, and Janus and Lelus are going upstairs. So I'm going to roll to see what will be the event at the end of the turn. So it's 11, it's nothing, and then I will go to a next to another room. Okay, this is the situation now. We go for a new round. You see Said is completely surrounded with just one wound remaining, and the other two explorers will go to the Mangles field and leave. So they will wait if Said is coming, and if not, they will. If Said goes out of action, they will automatically arrive to the precipice. So let's see what is going on. Let's see if Said is lucky or not, but she's the last one this turn, so she has to be very lucky here. Okay, finally Said was put out of action, and the two explorers, Darlus and Janus, managed to escape. So managing to arrive to the precipice. We are going to roll to see what happens with the crew. He has 3 wounds. Okay, both of them have 3 grievous wounds. Said, and so I will roll it on camera. For the crew, he survived with a 12. Okay, and for Said, she also survived with 18. Okay. It's difficult with this angle. What? Okay, so now I'm going to do the precipice, and we will finalize here. This expedition has been maybe the toughest one, the most difficult one, and at the end I had to sacrifice 2 of the heroes to be able to do the mission. Okay, the precipice is done. Let's see how the heroes looks like. So here we have Darlus. So Darlus, I always send all the explorers to their own ship. Okay, he had a lot of Archotech that he recovered during the. He was the best of this expedition. So I still keep 3 Archotechs and 1 crew. Maybe he will never use it. He has the power cell from this expedition, that was because he was the last one to activate the controls. He still have the Dark Age weapon, okay, and then now he has the Graph Wave Generator, the Atomic Separator, the Light Killer Orb, the Chronometric Stabilizer, the kinetic reorientation, and the tectonic destabilizer. So he has a lot of defensive things to reduce the movement of the enemies, and also this one, for example, he's invisible to the enemies during one activation, and then he has similar other weapons, and also have some movement shenanigans. He can move through walls. So yeah, he's quite quite well equipped. The next one that survived was Janus. Okay, Janus also went, as I said, all are going to their own ship. So Janus is starting inspired because he keeps the chronometric, the Imperial chronometer. Okay, so remember that I was very lucky finding this in the first expedition, and he keeps some clues and other architects. Okay, but he has now the Hellfire shells. He still has the Melta bomb, and he recovered the plasma bomb, so he can use again the plasma bomb. He still have the Auspex, refractor field, the Mamorph, Tux blade, and the spindle drone amulet. Okay, so he's as well nicely equipped. Then we have Said. Remember Said? She was out of action, but she managed to survive. He did not take any Arcotech card this turn, so but he's not going. She has the close combat active, the athletics active, and the medicine active. So this will disappear at the end of the next expedition. Okay, and then he just bought this time the ablative armor, defensive, and as well the survival that she had in the past and was exhausted. And now, yeah, she will have the displacer field. She still have the displacer field, the tanglefoot grenade, and the maintenance. And I need to check if this. No, it's not discarded, so it is just exhausted, and that's all. To be fair, it did not work very well, the displacement field this turn. This expedition. And then we have the Crute. The Crute also had some purchases, and now well, he still keeps some Arcotech and clues. I don't think I will need them anymore. But now he has. He still have the Morgoth Born, the Bakhtari Pain Gauntlet, the Antedil Orb, and now what he had, and then he had from the previous. I did not use the Chaos Space Marines. Okay, he have not used the rolls, but now I can activate the rolls against Urguls, Nigabol Cultists, or Chaos Beasts. But this can be quite handy. So yeah, that's all. The 4 heroes are ready to go to the Hidden Vault. So this will be the next expedition to attempt to assault the Hidden Vault. Yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Maybe a little bit long, but yeah, there were a lot of combats this time. So as usual, thanks a lot for watching this video, and see you again later. Bye.